Welcome to 40 Days to Personal Revolution, week 6. Our theme this week is triumph. Our 2 laws are law 11, be still and know, and law 12, understand that the whole is the goal. We will begin in child's pose. Take your knees wide, take your arms long, sink your hips back deep. Take up lots of space on your mat. Come into your Ujjayi breath. Breathe in through the nose and out through the nose. Start to just quiet the mind, to be still, to tune into those quiet whispers of your heart. Deepen your breath. Let it be audible. Let your breath fill up your body. And collectively, let your breath fill up the room. Downward facing dog. Spread your toes out. Press the heels back. Put a gentle bend in the knee. Draw the pit of the belly in and up and lift the sitting bones higher. Soften your elbows. Then press your upper spine in towards your chest. Set your eyes at one spot between the feet, drishti, one pointed gaze. Ragdoll at the top of your mat. Feet to the hands, feet stay parallel to one another, grab opposite elbows. Your upper body folds over your thighs. Find some length in the neck. The crown of the head reaches towards your mat. Pull the pit of your belly in. Press the 4 corners of your feet down. Lift your sitting bones higher. Drop your chest more. Release your hands to your mat. Forward fold. Bring the feet hip width apart. Halfway lift. Breathe in. Fingertips to the shin bones. Pull the shoulders back. Forward fold. Exhale. Extended mountain, press your feet down, reach your hands high, look up. Draw your hands to prayer and down to heart center. We begin our practice with 3 ohms. Breathe in. Extended mountain. Full breath in. Reach up, look up. Forward fold. Hands to your mat. Halfway lift. Long spine. Forward fold. High push up. Plank pose. Send the heels back. Pull the leg muscle to the bone. Pull the pit of the belly in. Soften the elbows. Take the shoulders back. And you're gazing at the top of your mat. Wrap your elbows in, lower to low push-up. Know that you can drop to your knees at any time. Upward facing dog, press down through the tops of the feet, lift up the legs, take your upper arm bones back. The modification is to drop to the belly for cobra pose. Downward facing dog. Roll over the toes. Press down, lift the hips up higher. Breathing in. Breathing out. Steady gaze. Inhale, rise up onto the balls of the feet. Exhale, forward fold, top of your mat. Halfway lift, breathe in. Forward fold, breathe out. Extended mountain, full breath in, reach high. Forward fold. Halfway lift, long spine, high to low push-up. Follow your breath, creating flow. Upward facing dog or cobra, breathe in. Downward facing dog, breathe out. Set your eyes. Tune into your breath. Anchor down into the mat. Press and lift up higher through the hips. Inhale, fill up, forward fold, top of your mat. Halfway lift, inhale, forward fold, exhale. Extended mountain, reach high, forward fold. Halfway lift, high to low push-up. Wrap the elbows in, upward facing dog or cobra, upper arm bones back. Downward facing dog, breathe out. Check in on every down dog. Reset. Find the breath, the drishti, the bandhas, pulling the belly in and up. Inhale, fill up, forward fold, top of your mat. Halfway lift, forward fold, extended mountain, forward fold. Halfway lift, high to low push-up. Upward facing dog, breathe in. Downward facing dog, breathe out. Take a breath in and a breath out. Bend the knees, forward fold, top of your mat. Halfway lift, forward fold, extended mountain, awakening, reach high, forward fold. Halfway lift, high to low push-up. Upward facing dog, downward facing dog. Breathe in, breathe out. Press down, lift the sitting bones higher. Inhale, fill up, forward fold, top of your mat. Halfway lift, forward fold, chair pose. Big toes together to touch. Send the tailbone down and send the hips back. Make sure that when you look down, you can see the toes. Spread them out. And then gently place them back down, rooted through the mound of your big toes, pressing the center of your heels back. Pull the pit of the belly in and up. Take the shoulders back, cactus the arms. Spread out the fingers. Drop the tailbone down. Lift your chest up higher. Breathe in. Forward fold. Let it go. Halfway lift. Low push up. Chaturanga. Upward facing dog. Breathe in. Downward facing dog. Breathe out. Warrior one. Step your right foot to your right hand. Press the left heel into the mat. Find stability. Lift with strength. Spread out all 10 toes. Scissor the thighs together. Pull the belly in and up. Reach your fingertips high. More breath. Expand through the chest. Drop the tailbone down. Work towards that 90-degree bend. Fire up that left thigh. Press down, reach up, look up. Low push up. Upward facing dog, breathe in. Downward facing dog, breathe out. Warrior one, left side. Set your feet up first. Be intentional. Create the physical foundation of your pose. Work at your growing edge. Anchor through the four corners of the feet. Lift up higher. Drop your tailbone down more. Pull in, press down, reach up, look up, find a baby back bend. Exhale, release. High to low push up. Upward facing dog, breathe in. Downward facing dog, breathe out. Steady the eyes. Get present. Inhale, fill up, forward fold, top of your mat. Halfway lift, breathe in, forward fold, chair pose, one breath, feel the pause, forward fold. Halfway lift, low push-up. Upward facing dog, breathe in, downward facing dog, breathe out. Right foot steps, warrior one. Your full inhale lifts you up. Exhale, low push-up. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Left foot steps, warrior one. Ground down, reach up. Low push-up. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Breathe in. Breathe out. Press down to lift up. Find a sense of calm with your breath. Releasing any tension. Press and lift up higher. Inhale, fill up, forward fold, top of your mat. Halfway lift, forward fold, chair pose, forward fold. Halfway lift, low push-up, upward facing dog, downward facing dog, right foot steps, warrior one, reach high, look up, low push-up, upward facing dog, downward facing dog, left foot steps, warrior one, low push-up, upward facing dog, downward facing dog. Breathe in, sigh it out. Find the softness in your joints. Free up the shoulders, the hips. Inhale, fill up, forward fold, top of your mat. Halfway lift, forward fold, chair pose, forward fold, halfway lift, low push-up, upward facing dog, downward facing dog. Right side, warrior one. Ground down, reach high, low push-up, upward facing dog, downward facing dog. Left side, warrior one. Stability, press and lift, low push-up, upward facing dog, downward facing dog. Take a breath in. Sigh out through your mouth. One more sun salutation. B, inhale, forward fold, exhale. Halfway lift, forward fold, chair pose, forward fold. Halfway lift, low push-up. Upward facing dog, downward facing dog. Right foot steps, warrior one, low push-up, up dog, down dog, left side warrior one, reach high, go back, low push-up, upward facing dog, downward facing dog. Breathe in, breathe out. Set your eyes. Smooth out your breath. Lift your right leg to the sky. Put a deep bend in your knee. Stack your right hip over your left. You can stay here or flip dog. Send the right foot all the way over. Parallel your feet to one another. Spread out all 10 toes. Press through the four corners of your feet. Lift your hips up higher. Expand through your chest. Cactus that right arm. Open up a little further. Press your upper spine into the chest. Take one more deep breath in. High push-up. Pause. Bring your feet together to touch. Keep your shoulders stacked over the wrists. Side plank. Heels to the right. Reach your left arm to the sky. You can come down to that right knee to keep your alignment. Flex the feet. Pull leg muscle to bone. Pull the belly in. Take both shoulders back. Reach your left arm to the front wall. Lift up your left leg. Let yourself be playful. Maybe take a bind. Put a bend in your left knee. Reach back. Catch the top of your foot. Pull in. Press down. Lift up. You've got it. One more breath. Low push-up. Upward facing dog. Breathe in. Downward facing dog. Breathe out. Lift your left leg to the sky. Bend your knee. Peel open the hip. Flip dog. Find Tadasana in the feet. Feet at 12 o'clock. Total body integrity. Pull into your center line. Press down. Lift up. Cactus your left arm. Spread out your fingers, your toes. Take one more breath. High push-up to side plank. Take your time setting it up. Keep the integrity of your pose. Joints are stacked, yet they're soft. Muscle to bone connection. Then total body expression. Press down, lift up, and fully express out. Lift up the right leg. Take the bind. Bend the right knee. Reach back. Catch the top of the foot. Ask yourself what is possible in this pose. Keep breathing. One more breath. High to low push-up. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Breathe in and out. Crescent lunge. Step your right foot to your right hand. Stay on the ball of your left foot. Keep the feet separated, hip width apart. Anchor through the feet. Press down, reach the fingertips high. Know that you can come down to that left knee at any time. Work towards the 90-degree bend in your right knee. Bring the left heel over the toes. Steer the right hip back. Pull the belly in. Lengthen through the rib cage. Reach up. Draw your hands to prayer, down to heart center. Twist to the right. Left elbow to the right knee. Pull the belly in. Take both shoulders back. Breathe in, expand. Exhale, twist deeper. Draw the right shoulder back. Tuck the left rib cage under. Inhale, lengthen. Reach the crown of the head forward. Twist even deeper. Crescent lunge. Pull in, press down, lift up, move with intention. Hands to heart center. Warrior two. Right foot stays at 12 o'clock. Left foot is parallel with the back of your mat. Find that heel to heel alignment. Find your 90-degree bend. Now lift the front of the pelvis. Take the shoulders back. Keep the right knee in line with the toes and the hips. Steer the right hip back. Reverse warrior. Reach your right palm to the sky. Stay in your lunge. Don't take yourself out. Breathe more. Lift your right fingertips higher. Breathe in. Lots of space. Side angle pose. Right fingertips to your mat or a block inside your right ankle or the forearm to the thigh. Take this side angle pose a little bit deeper. Challenge yourself. Drop the tailbone down. Reach your left hand towards the front wall. Draw the left shoulder back, bicep by the ear. Press down into your feet. Lift your right rib cage away from your thigh. You can stay here. There's a half bind. Reach your left hand behind you. Tuck it in your right back pocket. You can take a full bind. Reach your right hand underneath your right thigh. Grab a hold of that left hand. If you need a little extra length and space, you can use a towel to make that connection. Take both shoulders back wherever you are. Expand through the chest. And then very slowly make your way back to Warrior Two. And release. High to low push-up. Upward facing dog, breathe in. Downward facing dog, breathe out. Crescent lunge, left foot forward. Stability first. Be intentional. Power up your legs, your core. Lift with strength. Drishti, Ujjayi, your bandhas. Total body integrity. Pull in, press down, lift up, breathe in. Draw hands to heart center. Twist to the left. Keep the right hip lifted. The right kneecap is lifted away from the mat. Pull the leg muscle to the bone. Inhale, lengthen through the rib cage. Exhale, twist deeper. Draw the left shoulder back. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, twist. Twist to your deepest point, gazing over the left shoulder. Crescent lunge. Hug into your center line. Steady. Hands to heart center. Warrior Two. Take it wider, take it lower. Keep an eye on that left ankle. It should be directly under the left knee. So make your adjustments. Create that 90-degree bend. Find the balanced action, effort and ease, releasing any tension in your shoulders, in your face. Just let your breath calm you. Reverse warrior, left palm reaches to the sky. No change in the legs. Anchor through the outer edge of the right foot. Squeeze the right thigh muscle to the bone. Press down, reach your left fingertips higher, breathe in. Side angle pose, left fingertips to the mat or your block inside the left ankle or forearm to the thigh. Make this your pose. Don't hold back. Expand through your chest. Reach your right hand towards the front wall. Keep the bicep by the ear. Press down through the feet, lift up, get a little lighter in the upper body. Take a half bind. Take the full bind. Don't lose the integrity of the pose. Your head, your heart, your hips, that right heel are all in one line, like you're still leaning against a wall. Keep breathing. And slowly make your way back to Warrior Two. Take one breath. Release. High to low push-up. Upward facing dog, breathe in. Downward facing dog, breathe out. Take a breath in. And a breath out. Inhale, fill up. Forward fold, top of your mat. Halfway lift. Forward fold. Chair pose. Feel the four corners anchored into the mat. Pull the pit of the belly in. Take the shoulders back. Bring hands to heart center. Twist to the right. Left elbow to the right knee or the left hand to the right knee. Right hand to the lower back. Keeping your chest lifted above your hips. Lower the tailbone down. Lift your chest up higher. Breathe in. Twist a little deeper. Draw the right shoulder back. Maybe open up your arms, connect your left hand to the mat or the block. Right hand reaches to the sky. Take it a little bit further. Drop the tailbone, lift the chest, breathe in, forward fold. Halfway lift, forward fold, fingers to toes fold. Gorilla phase 1. Peace fingers around the big toes. Inhale to a flat back. Bend the knees. Fold over your thighs. Bend your elbows. Reach the crown of your head towards your mat. Pull the belly in. Press the feet down. Straighten out the legs. Release your toes. Bring your feet back together to touch. Halfway lift, breathe in. Forward fold. Chair pose. Be intentional. Build it from the ground up. Do your own self-checks. Bring hands to heart center. Twist to the left. Your twist. Customize each pose for you. Never compromising your alignment. Stay connected to your breath. Stay present. Take it a little bit further. Drop the tailbone down. Lift the chest. Open up your arms. Find a connection with those right fingertips. Use a block to lift the floor. Take your hips lower. Lift your heart higher. One more breath. Forward fold. Halfway lift. Forward fold. Palms to toes pose. Gorilla phase 2. Stepping on the palms of your hands. Work your toes all the way to your wrist creases. Drop your head. Straighten through the legs, but keep the knee joints soft. Release any tension in your forehead, your eyes, your jaw, your neck. Release your hands. Toe heel your feet back together. Halfway lift, breathe in. Forward fold. Crow pose. Plant your hands shoulder width apart. Index fingers point at 12 o'clock. Bring your knees to your triceps. Shift forward, gazing forward. Stack the elbows over the wrists. Start to drop the shoulders towards the mat. Lift your tailbone higher. Let your feet float up. Pull in, press down, get a little bit lighter in the knees. Chaturanga, low push-up. Step back or shoot back. Upward facing dog, breathe in. Downward facing dog, breathe out. Take a deep breath in. Sigh out through your mouth. Inhale, fill up. Forward fold, top of your mat. Halfway lift. Forward fold. Extended mountain, reach high. Hands to your heart. Then cactus your arms. Eagle pose. Wrap your right leg over your left. Take your right arm under your left. Maybe take the top of your right foot, place it behind the left calf. Anchor through the mound of your left big toe. Pull the leg muscles to the bone. Pull the pit of the belly in. Take the shoulders back. Lift the elbows in line with the shoulders. Take another breath. Release, reach up. Cactus the arms. Eagle on the left. Steady your eyes. Tune into your breath. Total body integrity. Pull in, press down, lift up to integrate. Create muscle to bone connection. Take another breath. Release, reach up. Eagle on the right. Right leg over, right arm under. Find that mental calmness. Tune out all distractions. Tuning into your breath. Take another breath. Release. Eagle on the left. Wrap the legs up nice and tight. Pull the belly in and up. Take the shoulders back so they're in line with the hips. Lift up the elbows. Take one more deep breath in. And release, reach up. Hands to your heart. Standing leg raise. Hands to your hips. Balanced on your left foot. Lift your right knee out in front of you. Option to take your peace fingers around your big toe and extend your right leg long. If you've got a strap, you can use that too. Pull into your center line. Hug that right knee in. Press down and expand out. Spread out all 10 toes. Press down through the left foot. Lift up. Take the shoulders back. And slowly come back to center. Keep your right knee lifted. Reach both hands to the sky. Breathe in, airplane pose. Send the right heel straight back. Both hip bones point towards your mat. So keep your pelvis neutral. Drop the right hip down a little bit more. Pull the pit of the belly in. Keep your chest lifted above the hips. Shoulders go back. Lift your right heel a little bit higher. Draw hands to heart center. Balancing half moon. Left hand to your mat or your block underneath your left shoulder. Left foot stays at 12 o'clock. Lift your right foot to hip height or higher. Reach your right hand to the sky. Total body integrity. Pull in, press down, lift up to integrate. Maybe take the bind, bend your right knee, reach back with your right hand. Both shoulders go back, catch the top of your foot. Be playful. Drop that knee to look good. Try something new. This is the week of triumph. You've got it. Pull in, press down, lift up, expand out. Take one more deep breath in and release. Forward fold. Nice work. Halfway lift, forward fold, extended mountain. Reach high, hands to your heart. Standing leg raise. Hands to the hips. Lift the left knee out in front of you. Hug it into your center line. Option to extend the left leg long. Pull in, press down, expand out. Light it up, spread out the fingers, the toes. Grow a little taller. Crown of the head reaches towards the sky. Shoulders go back. And slowly come back to center. Keep the left knee lifted, reach up, breathe in. Airplane pose, eyes are steady, they're fixed on one spot. More breath. Lift the left heel higher. Draw hands to heart center. Balancing half moon. Use the block to lift the floor. And pull the pit of the belly in. Pull leg muscle to bone. Press down through the right foot. Lift up higher. Get light in those right fingertips. Take the bind, pull in, press down. Both shoulders go back. Bend the left knee. Reach back with the left hand. Catch the foot. Don't hold back. What's stopping you? Give it a try. Take one more deep breath in. Release, forward fold. Really great work. Halfway lift, breathe in. Forward fold, breathe out. Extended mountain, full breath in. Dancer's pose. Reach the right hand behind you, the thumb points up to integrate the shoulder. Catch the inside arch of your right foot. Steer your right hip forward, take the left shoulder back, and then send your right knee straight back. Keep it in line with your hip. Press your upper spine in towards your chest. Expand. Lift the left fingertips up and out. Keep breathing. One more breath. And release. Dance on the left. Right foot stays at 12 o'clock. Be intentional. Take it a little further. Left knee is in line with your left hip. Expanding through the chest. Press, lift, move. Take it a little bit further. Breathe in. Release. Dance on the right. Press down through the left foot. Muscle to bone connection. Expand, lift, reach, and release. Dance on the left. Lots of focus. Presence. Your moving meditation. Take one more deep breath in and release. Reach up. Hands to your heart. Tree pose. Balanced on your left foot, take the sole of your right foot above or below the left knee. It can stay at your mat, at your ankle. Open your right knee towards the right wall. Spread out the toes. Pull the leg muscle to the bone. Pull the belly in. Reach the fingertips high. Lengthen through the side body. Expand through the chest. Take the shoulders back. Spread out the fingers. Light it up. Press down, reach up higher, look up, pull the belly in, find a baby back bend. Take one more deep breath in and gently release. Take tree on the other side. Anchor through the right foot. Strong in the right leg. That left foot presses into the right leg as the right leg presses back, creating that energy of hugging into the center line. Press down to lift up, expand out, pull the belly in, reach up higher, look up, look back, press the upper spine into the chest, lift up a little bit more, and release. Hands to your heart. Left foot meets your mat. Take a breath in and a breath out. Extended mountain. Reach up. Forward fold. Halfway lift. High to low push-up. Upward facing dog. Breathe in. Downward facing dog. Breathe out. Step your right foot to your right hand. Warrior one. Work towards that 90-degree bend. Keep the right toes at 12 o'clock. Bring hands to heart center. Warrior two. Create that heel to heel alignment. Right toes at 12 o'clock. Maybe take it a little bit further. Feet are a little bit wider. Tailbone's a little bit lower. More breath. Take the shoulders back. Drishti over the right fingertips. Triangle pose. Straighten the right leg. Reach forward. Keep the pelvis neutral. Right fingertips to your shin. A standing block outside the right ankle. If you've got your feet really wide, maybe the fingertips reach the mat. You can spider your fingertips on the mat. Spread out the toes. Pull leg muscle to bone. Pull the belly in and up. Take the shoulders back. Reach your left arm to the front wall. Pull in, press down. Reach your right hand, frame your face. Lots of core. Rise to stand. Catch your hips. Turn your right toes to the side wall. Take a deep breath in. Fold forward. Wide leg straddle, bend. Put a bend in the elbows. Reach the crown of your head towards the mat. Spread out the toes. Spin the inner ankles back. Shift the hips forward so they're in line with the heels. Yeah, the crown just hovers. Maybe the crown actually makes a connection. Then straighten out your arms. Bring your hands underneath your shoulders. Root down through your left hand and reach your right hand to the sky. Keep your spine and your neck nice and long, gazing up at your right fingertips. Take both shoulders back. Press down through the left hand. Reach your right fingertips higher. Breathe in. Release the right hand down. Reach your left hand to the sky. Light it up, pull in, press down, lift up a little higher. Gaze over the left fingertips. One more breath. And release, left hand down. Halfway lift, catch your hips. Pause. Then roll all the way up to stand. Pyramid pose. Turn your right toes to face 12 o'clock, left foot halfway up your mat. You can interlace your hands at your lower back or find namaste hands behind you, hands at prayer. Take a deep breath in, fold forward. If you need a little bit more space for this bind, use a towel. Find some softness in the elbows, a little softness in the knees. Steer the right hip back. Halfway lift, release the bind, twisted triangle. Left hand to your block underneath your left shoulder. Put a bend in the right knee, and then steer the right hip back. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, rotate open. That right shoulder goes back, left rib cage under. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, twist a little deeper. Take one more deep breath in, lift a little higher. And release, Forward fold at the top of your mat. Halfway lift, breathe in. Forward fold, breathe out. Take a giant step back with your right foot. And then drop your right knee to the mat. Walk your hands up your left thigh. So you can stay right here. You can reach your fingertips to the sky. So just coming into a nice deep lunge. If you want to feel a little bit more of a stretch in that right hip flexor, take your right knee back a little bit further. Pull the belly in. Reach the fingertips higher. Now press the top of the right foot into the mat. You can stay right here or press down through the top of that left or right foot. Lift up your right kneecap. Scissor the thighs. Pull the belly in. Reach up higher. Look up. Maybe go back. Expand through the chest. Take one more deep breath in. High to low push-up. Upward facing dog. Breathe in. Downward facing dog. Breathe out. Anchor to your breath. Warrior one. Left foot forward. Set the feet up. Bring hands to heart center. Warrior two. There's no change in the right foot. Make those adjustments with the left foot. Be intentional. Left toes, knee, and hip all in one line, swinging the tailbone towards the back of your mat. Keep the pelvis neutral. Take the shoulders back. You want them in line with the hips. Spread out the fingers. Breathe. Drop your tailbone down more. Triangle pose. Straighten the left leg. Reach forward. Imagine that you're sliding between two panes of glass. The right hip is stacked over the left. Right shoulder over the left. Spread out the fingers and toes. Create muscle to bone connection. Reach your right hand to the front wall. Total body integrity. Pull into the center line. Press down. Lift the left hand. Frame your face. Rise to stand. Interlace your hands at your lower back. Turn the left toes to the side wall. Breathe in. Fold forward. Maybe the hands fall over the head for a little deeper stretch on the shoulders. Keep the elbows soft. Shift the hips forward so they're in line with the heels. There's a little element of trust here. Feeling a little extra weight in the balls of the feet. Rise up halfway. You can keep the bind. Rise all the way up to stand. Pyramid pose. Left toes at 12 o'clock. Right foot halfway up your mat. Keep the heels hip width apart. Maybe find namaste hands behind you. Breathe in. Fold forward. Keep the tailbone pointed straight back. Softness in the knee joints. Inhale, halfway lift, release the bind. Twisted triangle, right hand to the block, underneath your right shoulder, left hand to the sky. Pull the crown of the head forward. Steer the left hip back. Breathe in. Exhale, twist a little deeper. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, twist. Pull in, press down, lift up a little bit higher. One more breath. Forward fold, top of your mat. Halfway lift. Forward fold. Giant step back. Left foot. Lower the left knee to the mat. Keep the right foot at 12 o'clock. Reach your hands up to the sky. Total body integrity. Pull in to your center line. Press down through the top of that left foot. Lift up your left kneecap. Squeeze leg muscle to bone. Pull in, press down, lift up a little higher. Look up, maybe find a baby back bend. Take one more deep breath in. And release. High to low push-up. Upward facing dog, breathe in. Downward facing dog, breathe out. Take a breath in. And a breath out. Pull forward to a high push-up. We'll hold it. Press the heels back. Spin the inner ankles up. Pull the leg muscle to the bone. Lift the front of the pelvis. Belly draws in. Take the shoulders back. Soften the elbows. Then wrap them in. Lower to low push-up. Just bend the elbows. Keep the shoulders and the elbows in line. The elbows stacked over the wrists. Take one more breath. Release all the way to your mat. Locust pose. The center of your forehead presses into your mat. Reach your arms beside you, palms face the mat. Lift up your chest, your arms, your legs. Spread out your fingers, your toes. Pull the jawbone straight back. Neck stays nice and long. Lift up higher, breathe in. And release. Look to the right, press your left cheek into the mat. Come back to center, forehead down. This time interlace your hands at your lower back. Pull your ankles hip width apart, lift your chest, lift your legs, spread out your toes. Breathe more. Every breath in, lift higher, hold it. Keep the core engaged. Lift up to your highest point. Release. Look to the other side. Bow pose. Forehead back to center. Bend your knees, reach back, catch the tops of your feet. Pull the knees back in line with your hips. Press the tops of the thighs into the mat. Lift up. So locust is another option. Half bow is another option. Always meeting yourself where you're at. Spread out the toes. Lift the chest higher, breathe in. And release completely. Look to the other side. Come back to center. Locust, bow, or half bow. Pull into the center line, press down, lift up, spread out the toes. Press your upper spine into the chest. Feel that gentle rocking motion with every breath you take. Take one more deep breath in, lift up, and release. Let it go. Upward facing dog. Press down through the tops of the feet and the hands. Straighten out the arms, shoulders back. Downward facing dog. Breathe in. Breathe out. Camel pose. Come down to the knees. Standing tall on the knees, your head, your heart, your hips, and your knees are in one line. Take your fists to the lower back. Expand through the chest. Point the elbows straight back. Pull the belly in and up. Look up. Keep the belly locked to stabilize the lower back. Take the gaze back. Keep the hips over the knees. Pull in, press down, expand out a little bit more. Very gently release, downward facing dog. Do not go to child's pose after camel. Take a cleansing breath in and a cleansing breath out. Camel number 2. Come down to the knees. If you want a deeper variation, you can tuck the toes under, reach back, catch the heels, even deeper, the tops of the feet. Anchor into the mat. Support your lower back as you reach back, one hand at a time. Pull the belly in and up. Expand through the chest. Look back. Keep breathing. Shift your hips forward so they're in line with the knees. Very gently, walk one hand up your back, the other one, and downward facing dog. Take a breath in and a breath out. Bridge pose. Come down to your knees. Lie down on your back. Bend your knees so the ankles are under the knees. The feet stay hip width apart, parallel to one another. Press the shoulders down. Lift your hips up. Keep the feet at 12 o'clock. Spread out all 10 toes. Press down through the 4 corners of the feet. Lift your hips up higher. Breathe in and release. Sigh it out. Bridge number 2. Press down, lift up. Interlace your hands at your lower back. Expand through your chest. Press your shoulders down. Lift your hips up higher. Breathe in. Lift up 1 more inch. Press down, lift up. And release. Let it go. Bridge or wheel. For wheel, take your hands shoulder width or wider. Fingertips point towards your heels. Press down and lift up. Spread out the fingers and toes. Keep breathing. More breath. Ignite that inner fire. Take another breath in and release. Tuck the chin, lower down. Take a breath in. Sigh out through your mouth. Bridge your wheel. Go up. Expand through the chest. Press down into your mat. Lift up higher. Take 1 more breath. Release, lower down, sigh it out. You've got it. Wheel number 3. Set it up. Go up. Press down and lift. Take 1 more deep breath in and release, lower down, sigh out, keep it going. Wheel, go up again. Do you want an assist? Go up. Take 1 more breath. Release, tuck the chin, lower down. Deep breath in. Sigh out through your mouth. Wheel, go up again. Don't hold back. You've got this. Take another breath. Release. Let it go. Sigh it out. Last one. Wheel pose. Go up. If you can do wheel, you must do wheel. Pull in, press down, lift up, expand out. One more breath. Release. Recline butterfly. Soles of the feet together to touch. Right hand on your belly, left hand on your heart. Happy baby. Grab the outer edges of your feet with your hands. Pull your knees towards your mat. Take your feet wide. Keep the full length of your spine connected to the mat. Maybe a gentle rock from side to side. (60-30) lifts. Send your feet straight up to the sky. You can lift your hips and sit on the tops of your hands. Lower your feet a third of the way down. Keep the feet flexed. Spread out the toes. Pull the belly in and up. Press your shoulders back. Lower your feet another third of the way down. Pull the leg muscle to the bone. Pull the belly in, expand through the chest. Lower your feet just to hover like 2 inches. Look up, see your toes. Keep breathing. Take one more breath. Send your feet straight up to the sky. Cradle your head with your fingertips. Scissor legs. Lower your right foot just to hover. The left foot is driving the ceiling away. Spread out all 10 toes. Pull leg muscle to bone. Lift your shoulder blades off the mat and pulse. And lift. Exhale. Exhale. Lift. Lift. Spread out the toes. Keep breathing. For 3, 2, 1. Switch sides. Left foot hovers. Flex the feet, lift and pulse. Exhale, exhale. Keep the elbows open wide. Lifting for 3, for 2, 1. Abdominal twist. Bend the knees, stack the knees over the hips. Flex the feet. Take your right elbow to your left knee. Extend your right leg long. Inhale, center. Exhale, twist to the other side. Inhale, center. Exhale, twist. Keep breathing. Keep moving. Keep the feet flexed. Spread out the toes. Keep the knees stacked over the hips. Think elbow to knee, lifting higher, not knee to elbow. Work your core. You've got it. Let's go for 5. For 4, 3, 2, 1. Hug your knees into your chest. Nice work. Rock and roll the length of your mat. Rock yourself into boat pose or easy boat. You can hold your hands behind your knees. Take the shoulders back. Reach the fingertips forward. Spread the fingertips wide. Take the shoulders back. Reach the chest forward. Take one more deep breath in. Cross the ankles. Plant the hands. Lift up. Come back to boat. Pull in. Press down. Lift up. Expand out. Take one more breath and release. Cross the feet, plant the hands, lift up. And then we'll come into our upward facing boat. So grab the big toes with your peace fingers. Pull the belly in. Take the shoulders back. Reach the chest forward. You can stay in your easy boat, holding your hands behind your knees. Pull in, press down, lift up. Now expand out. Wide leg boat. Open the feet. Take the shoulders back. Reach the chest forward. Belly draws in and up. You've got it. Come back to center and hug your knees into your chest. Nice work. Downward facing dog. Half pigeon. Take your right knee to your right wrist. Swing the right foot towards the left edge of your mat, working towards getting your right shin parallel with the top of your mat. The left leg is long, and then hinging forward over the right shin. So you can also take your seated pigeon. This is a pose of surrendering. Practicing staying in the discomfort, not rushing the process of whatever it is you need to feel, whatever it is that's coming up for you in this pose, in this moment. Breathe more. Lengthen out your exhales. Keep a connection to your forehead, either to your mat or a block, or you can stack your forearms. Downward facing dog. And come into half pigeon on the left. Left knee to the left wrist. Extend the right leg long. Square your hips to the front of the room. And then hinging forward. There's a lot of space between your left hip and the mat. You can place a block underneath it for a little extra support. Coming back to the breath. Releasing any tension in your body, in your face, your shoulders. Give yourself permission to feel whatever it is you need to feel in this pose. Letting go a little more with every exhale. Double pigeon. Walk your hands underneath your shoulders. Fall onto your left hip. And stack your right shin on top of your left. Keep both feet flexed. You can take your seated pigeon with your right ankle on top of your left thigh, creating more space by lowering down to your forearms or lying down on your mat. So knowing that this pose is accessible to everybody. Do you want to move lower to your forearms? You can bend that left knee. Do you want to block underneath it? Nice. Keep the right foot flexed and then encourage that knee forward. Bring the ankle all the way over the, there you go, yeah. And then switch sides. Double pigeon, left shin stacked over the right. Or your seated pigeon. Keep the feet flexed. Spread out the toes. If you're in a double pigeon, anchored through the sitting bones. Maybe hitching forward. Keep breathing. There's always more to let go of. Frog pose. Turn to face the left side wall. Come to a tabletop pose. You can fold the edges of your mat in towards the center to protect your knees. So from tabletop, take your feet wide. Take your knees as wide as you can. So separate the knees. Look back at your feet. They're in line with your knees. The toes are pointed out. So let your toes turn out. There you go, yeah. Yep, like that. So the feet are flexed, spread out the toes. So you can lower down to your forearms. You can place a block underneath your chest for a little support. Or if you want to go a little bit deeper, lower all the way to your chest. Rest your forehead. Keep the feet flexed. Keep the knees and the ankles in line. Keep the knees and the hips in line. Bend your hips forward a little bit, Michelle. Oh. And then very slowly, mindfully, make your way out. Come to a staff pose at the top of your mat. So both feet extended long. Flex your feet. Press your hands down into the mat, shoulders back. Take a breath in and a breath out. Seated single leg extension. Tuck your left foot inside your right thigh. Turn to face your right toes. Root down through the sitting bones. Reach up. Breathe in. Exhale, fold forward. Grab the bottom of your foot or your ankle. Use a towel to make that connection. Take a deep breath in. Take a longer breath out. And release a little bit deeper into the fold. Breathe in. Breathe out longer. Just allowing every breath to carry you a little bit further. Sit up tall. Switch sides. Left leg out in front of you. Breathe in, reach up. Exhale, fold. Just following your breath. And release. Come into a seated butterfly. Grab the ankles. Press the elbows in towards the knees. Hinging forward. Take the shoulders back. Sit up tall for a wide leg straddle. Feet are wide. You can grab peace fingers around the big toes, hinging forward. Maybe reaching the fingertips forward, dropping the chest towards the floor. Breathe in and lengthen. Exhale a little bit further. Sit up tall. Seated forward fold. Both legs out in front of you. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, fold. Reverse plank. Plant your hands underneath your shoulders, point your toes, lift up your hips. Pressing the four corners of your feet down, pull the belly in, take the shoulders back, lift up a little bit higher, breathe in, and release. Come into fish pose or a supported fish. Sit on the tops of your hands. Expand through the chest, lower to your forearms, point your toes. If you're taking the supported fish, place the block at its medium height long ways, so you're lying down across the block, centered on your spine between the shoulder blades. Take one more breath in. Gently release, remove the block if you're using it. Shoulder stand or supported shoulder stand. Handstand or headstand is optional. For shoulder stand, send your feet straight up to the sky. Walk your hands up your back towards your shoulder blades. For the supported shoulder stand, the block is underneath your hips. Flex the feet, spread out the toes, press down, lift up. Shoulder stand can move to plow. Lower your feet to the floor behind you. Keep supporting your lower back. Plow to deaf man's pose, knees to your mat. Outside the ears, your knees to the forehead. Then slowly roll to your back, hug your knees into your chest. Remove your block if you're using it. Supine twist. Extend your left leg long, place it on your mat. Guide your right knee across your body. Look to the right. Keep your right shoulder connected. Mindfully switch sides. The right leg is long. Left knee across the body. Chin to the left shoulder. Recline butterfly. Soles of the feet together to touch, knees open wide. Let your arms rest beside you. Shavasana. Extend your heels to the corners of your mat. Let your arms fall beside you. Deep rest. Be still and be awake. Be aware. Be aware of your breath. Be aware of the ebb and flow, the breath in and out of the nostrils, the rising and the falling of your chest. Be aware of any sensations that you feel in your body. Aware of any sounds that you hear in the room. Find peace in your stillness. Slowly bring awareness back into the room, back into your body. Take a gentle breath in, gentle breath out. Hug your knees into your chest. Roll to your right side, fetal pose. Slowly rise to a seated position. Bring your hands to prayer at your heart center. We seal our class with 3 ohms. Breathe in. Press your thumb knuckles to your forehead. The light in me sees and honors the beautiful shining light in each one of you. Namaste.
Namaste.
Thank you, everyone.